Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS. I am doing this review sick, unfortunately. I'm not doing all that well, so my voice is going to be crackly. I apologize for that, but I'm going to be doing a review for Star Wars The Clone Wars. And no, I'm not talking about the CG 2007 to 2011 version that has a lot of interesting mythos and went extended on into now what we have the Star Wars Rebels, which I'm going to be starting at sometime tonight if I don't fall asleep. But I'm talking about the 2003 to 2005 three-time Emmy nominated and won primetime show, this version. A lot of people have no idea what this is. I highly recommend you check it out because this joint was legit. I remember when it was on Cartoon Network at the time, and when it was on, I was looking at Samurai Jack, and I knew it was the same, the people that created Samurai Jack. And I knew that a lot of people didn't like episode 2. A lot of people didn't. And all we could have was anticipation for something better, for episode 3. And I mean, they did it up with this show. Like, they take all the different characters, including Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, Yoda, and they just like elevate them to a whole different level. As far as the cinematics, as far as the animations, it was amazing. Like every single moment, like one of my most favorite moments was definitely Mace Windu. Like Mace Windu when he was, in the desert and that thing kept on like hitting the ground and he was without any kind of lightsaber at all, and he was just going bare hands with the force and just laying these robots and just tear them apart. And it was amazing to watch. Even like the scene with Obi-Wan, and because I'm doing just the review for Volume 1, I'm not going to be talking about Volume 2 at all because I'm going to try to find it. I don't think I own it, so I'd have to find it digitally somewhere. But I'm talking about Volume 1, and in Volume 1, like I said, there was a couple of things that did happen. I'm talking about the narrative briefly, but with Obi-Wan, his sequence with him with this thing that could not die, kept on regenerating, like it showed how amazing Obi-Wan was. And a lot of people just forget the fact that Obi-Wan was later on trained by Yoda. He's one of the most powerful Jedi. It's just Anakin was the best. He was the pinnacle, And it was interesting as far as the narrative is concerned, like all this is taking place in between episode 2 and 3. So it fills in a lot of the gap. And the thing that I loved about it was the arc with Anakin and, this shadow apprentice that, Count Dooku found just to really lure him in. I was like, that whole sequence, I was like in love with. The way that they shot it, the rain sequence with the lightsaber and you hearing the audio. It's no wonder they won an Emmy for that. And the other thing was General Grievous. And I was like, yo, General Grievous, this man was sitting there fighting with 3 lightsabers. He was like on one foot. The other foot had like a lightsaber. Like he was going ham on these guys. And all the Jedi, like all the fight sequences, everything about it was just amazing. Matter of fact, it made a mockery of the prequels. To be quite honest with you, like my expectations were so high coming off of this. When I got to episode 3, I was like, really? That's what happened with General Grievous? Really? That's what, like, why these random one-liners that, feel so cheesy coming from Obi-Wan when they just were delivered, like, effortlessly in this animation. And, I mean, even, like, this is very old. This was, 2005. But it was, like, it was so well established and so well grounded, and it just was there. And, like, they did such a great job with it. And it kept to the mythos as far as the comics and the books and stuff that were canon and things that weren't canon. It just added layers, And I think that's where a lot of people are catering and loving the animated CG work with the Clone Wars as well as now with Rebels. Like there's so many things that they can do, and I think that they limited themselves with the prequels so much that now they just fleshing things out with Rogue One and with, The Force Awakens. So there's a lot of prospects of great things. All you gotta do is just see this, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I thought this was amazing. I give this a 10 for Volume 1. Volume 2, I think it actually got some Emmy nominations as well, if not won any. I will do a review on that a little bit later on, but if y'all remember that, oh my gosh, if you haven't seen it before, you owe it to yourself to try to find it. It's hard to find because now everybody just thinks of the CG version. I'm talking about the animated 2003 to 2005 version. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Hope y'all enjoyed that review. Please keep me lifted up in your prayers because, you know what I'm saying, Rogue One is coming. Star Wars week, baby. Woo!